Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to another day. I hope that you are feeling good this wonderful one. Today we're going to listen to the band Pendragon. We're going to listen to this track Paintbox. This is off of their album, The Masquerade Overture, which was released in 1996. We're listening to this track because it was the favorite track of Paul Collins. So Paul, thank you so much for sharing your favorite track with us and your favorite song with us. But it was also backed up by Mario Burt and Jay Tanaz. So thank you guys so much for the suggestion and for backing up Paul a little bit. Everybody give him a little bit of a hand there. Now, this was not available on Spotify. Matter of fact, couldn't find any music from the band on Spotify. So instead, I have it pulled up on YouTube for our listening pleasure. And so let us go ahead and be pleasured by Pendragon. We'll talk about it after. I got to pull it up here real quick. Give me a second. I got to get through the ad. So if you hear the music start, because I'm just getting through that, there you go. I'm backing it up the little microsecond we just heard. The album cover is going to be all blurry, but you know we make what we can. Let's go listen to it. Here we go, guys.
Painting pictures of 1,000 different parts. We sketch an outline of a love that hopes to last, casting a wand over imaginary hopes, and close our eyes so we don't feel the ebb and flow. And Paintbox, you are my only hope of covering the faded past and starting out once more with a fortune in new colors, new hopes to inspire. I paint the path I want to take and paint a life of fire.
I like that solo already.
Marking out our lives full of different plans. Excitedly we hold the key to change our hearts and hands. We climb the hill to see if green fields lie beyond, only to realize they faded now and gone. And Paintbox, you
static on it.
Painting pictures of 1,000 different parts. We sketch an outline of a love that hopes to last. Casting a wand over imaginary hopes. And close our eyes so we don't feel the ebb and flow. And Paintbox, you are my only hope. Covering the fate of past and starting out once more. We're fortunate newcomers, you hopes to inspire. I paint the board they want to do, and paint our life for fire.
Okay, you Pendragon fans, including Paul. Well, you said this is your favorite, so maybe you're excluded from what I'm about to say. But for fans of Pendragon, name me a better song from the band than this, because I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear a better song from the band than this. Now, this is the first time I've ever heard the band, so I can't judge it off of anything. But this, to me, I can tell you, listen, looking at that album cover, the year that this thing came out, this is like neo-prog, right? 96. Okay. And that album cover is, if you want a cliche and stereotype prog, brother, it's right here, okay? Okay. This was a fantastic piece of music. You know what I really enjoyed about this? Is that, unlike what I was expecting, I'm going to be honest. Looking at the album cover, I was expecting this to be an over-progged mess with solos here and there and random sections like Dream Theater being just tossed in there for apparently no reason. And can I tell you, even if you look at it, this looks like Jordan Rudess right here, right? Like, no lie. But what we got was, to me, a very soulful, satisfying listen. An excellently composed, constructed piece of music, and all of it flowed together, structurally sound, no leaks in sight. It was a beauty to listen to. The guitar, well, let me not start. Let me talk structure as a whole first. I love the intro. Soft, making everything kind of like setting a scene, right? Setting the table for this particular banquet. And let me pull up names of the band members here. Lead singer, Nick Barrett. Nick Barrett, lead singer, who's also handling the acoustic and electric guitar. Ooh, very, very excellent. Very, very pleasant to listen to voice. I enjoyed his singing. Great. It's a nice passenger in this vehicle of a song. His guitar playing. Ooh. Especially the end where he's using the guitar tones as an atmosphere and kind of providing waves in the music where he's kind of pitching up, sliding down, just kind of providing, like I said, this nice wave as he sings out the final verse, that final chorus, I should say. That is an excellent thing that he's doing there. That particular exciting and electrifying ambience to, really round out this climax is just providing fireworks in the air. Love that. Love that. The drums. That's going to be Fudge Smith. Okay, Fudge. Really, really enjoyed the playing, and I like how they came in. I like how at first, of course, coming off just straight on the floor with the kick, and then eventually coming in with a nice big groove. Some of those fills are really nice and exciting, but always palpable and always making sense within the music itself. The keyboards, Clive Nolan. Excellent keyboard sounds, excellent tone choices, excellent colors in the music. The solos were exciting and once again not superfluous, not just tossed in there like Jordan Rudess just to show you how fast you can play or whatever. I don't like that. I've listened to all that many years ago. I don't have an interest in that now. Give me something like nice. Give me something good. Something that feels good. This felt incredibly good. I love his tones. I love the sounds that he would bring in. However, we genuinely have to talk about Peter G, who's handling all the bass. And he's all about that bass. I like how you can hear the bass. Because in a track like this, with the way that he's playing, I want to hear what he's doing. He makes it abundantly clear that he is present. No, he's more than present. He is on active duty. His bass is fantastic. The way he flows across the bass is wonderful to listen to. The grooves he provides alongside it with Fudge is just enjoyable all around. I like the tones. I like the power. I like that one section where he gets kind of a little bit of a solo, a really nice breakaway as it kind of leads into that bridge there in the middle, and then his playing with the keys. A nice little exciting moment like in this track. This track has everything to me. This is very. I can't. That's annoying. I was going to say it's very close to being on my playlist, and I was going to add it, but I can't because Pendragon is not on Spotify, so I have nothing to add. That's annoying. Why aren't they on Spotify? Is there a reason that they're not on Spotify? You think I can ask Google and it'll know? Think Google will know? Why isn't Pendragon's music on Spotify? Let's see if it shows anything. There's a Spotify community, like I didn't even know that this existed. I can't read the French here. There may be several reasons why. Most reasons include copyright, of course, geographical restrictions. Okay. I was just wondering if there was like a reason. But man, I would really love to give me some more music from them because I would really enjoy, I think, listening to more from the band. Painting pictures of 1,000 different paths, we sketch an outline of a love that hopes to last. Casting a wand over imaginary hopes and close our eyes so that we don't feel. I imagine that says feel. Didn't mean to press that. The ebb and flow. And Paintbox, you are my only hope of covering in faded past and starting out once more. With a fortune in new colors, new hopes to inspire, I paint the path I want to take and paint a life of fire. So, symbolizing him wanting to perhaps take a more independent path, make his own choices via this paint box. Marking out our lives full of different plans, excitedly we hold the key to change our hearts and hands. We climb the hill to see if green fields lie beyond, only to realize they've faded now and gone. And Paintbox, you're my only hope of covering the faded past and starting out once more. So there you go, moving forward. With a fortune in new colors, new hopes to inspire, I paint a path I want to take and paint of fire. And of course, he repeats some of the lyrics there, of which we've seen. I think that this is a really lovely track, and I do like the lyrics and how, using this paint box to color, or let's say blot out the past and color a new future. I used to paint a lot when I was a kid. There were two things when I was a teenager that I did for many, 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 many years. And I just kind of stopped out of nowhere. I used to write a lot of poetry. And I mean, literally, not exaggerating, I used to have thousands of poems just saved. And I've recovered some of them because I was trying to find some recently. I recovered some of them, but I couldn't find a lot of them. And I actually have no idea what I did with those, all those poems that I had. I don't know where I had them or where I stored them. But I was trying to cover those. And then I also used to paint a lot. And I used to have hundreds of paintings that I had done quite a bit. Let me see if I can pull up a few to show you. Hold on. I would love to show you. These are very old, but I want to show you without doxing myself, for lack of a better word. Is there a way I can do that? Hold on. I can't do that. That's for sure. How do I do this? I mean, if you're still watching, that means you're somewhat interested in seeing my paintings. How about I do this? How about we switch to my screen? I take myself, bloop, put myself here, make myself a little larger, and maybe that will... Let me see if that will fix it. Well, let's see. There you go. That works out fine. So there's a painting. This is, once again, I just learned painting myself. I didn't take class or anything. It's not the best, but you kind of get the idea. Some of them are, I still have that one somewhere. I think my mom has this one. They're not the best. I was proud of this one though. I could have done some more work on this one, but I was proud of this one. This is the first time I ever painted a waterfall. I followed a painting guide. It came across not too bad. And there's the Eiffel Tower. I always like doing really colorful skies and stuff. That was always my thing. All right. Anyways, Paul, thank you for sharing your favorite track, of course, with me. Let me know what the rest of you thought of it in the comments down below. Hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see all of it. Hold on. Let's look at the comments here. Did you already leave? Father passed away yesterday. This was his favorite song. I remember how he used to listen to this. Good times. Probably my favorite track from Pendragon. I wonder to myself, why am I so unfashionable listening to prog in 2020? Then I play a track like this and realize how lucky I am to have great taste in music. Doesn't matter what you listen to and when you listen to it. Just enjoy the music. Magnificent track. Pendragon is my favorite progressive band. Recently discovered this band. Perfect. The ideal song to introduce people to prog. You're not wrong with it. Is this their best song? Is this Pendragon's best song? If not, I want to hear the others. P.S. This is the first song I've heard by them. All right. Have a wonderful day, guys. I'll see you all later.